Hello and welcome to the episode 5 of the Sunless Zubmariner Let's Play, and we are finally ready to keep going after the Mangrove College. Let me do a quick save before I forget. So, there. And we'll just hop off. And let's see, where do we go next? There was an island over there, the melting isles were here. We still have pretty good supplies and fuel, so I think we should try to head the southern border and then maybe head north from there. Yeah, I like that idea. Let's send out the bat. Pump up the engines. We see enemies, which is not good. There's a pirate frigate in there. I think we should try to avoid that. Still, it is trying to fire at me. And I think it can shoot from me from there. Also feel it's stuck. What is this here? Autumn Islands. Let's go to the Autumn Islands. And we'll steer south. You are being watched. Well, that's a nice and happy thought that someone is watching me. Nothing in the Seabat's range. We are very south now. A bit scary south, to be honest. What is that? Whoa. That's the Rainer's Vortex. What is it? Cornelian coast. Far south, the Cornelian coast. Whoa, what is that? Behemoth mustache. Try to pass him quickly. Port Cornelia is down here. Okay, let's try to get there quickly. And avoid the Behemoth mustache. What are these things here? So this was the place where we learned about the submarine, right? Oh yeah, Zubmariner is here. So this is here. Let's firstly do the Port Cornelia. London's first undersea colony swept under the blanket of southern heat. To the right of the dock, a sapphire mines yawn. To the left, governor's house stands, prim as a Elderwick mansion. Behind lies the fungal jungle, costly in white and violet. As a specialist collector, so we need a submarine for this. Visit Morgan's Imperial Tea Shop. That sounds like a terror reduction. Call at Heart's Cross House, where the governor administers this distant flick of Her Majesty's Empire. Affairs in Port Cornelia. Talk to the tiger in the Blue Bazaar. Cornelian coast's padding natives are elegantly pleasant and acerbic most of the time. Call at a room above bookshop. Diplomats de Canada were expelled from Port Cornelia following the Galatea incident. Only one remains behind. Not in any official capacity, you understand. Ban for sapphires in the fungal jungle. Fungal jungle is a pretty awesome name, by the way. Influence affairs. So we need networks. And we need an agent into Port Cornelia. Diplomatic agent. So let's talk to the governor. A port report. The governor is very busy. An attaché offers you a bowl of sugared puffballs and explains the work of the governor among the natives. Got to keep them happy, what? After all, they are tigers. So that's all we can do. The other options were not so... actually, the Qanat guy might give me an access to Qanat area without dying. So I can't do anything else here other than visit the Imperial shop, but I don't think I want to. I don't think we're gonna do a high-risk challenge here at the moment either. So let's see the Zubmariner, the fierce philanthropist. Her house is built in the tall porticoed London style. Red brick and white plaster, decorative iron railings, painted black. Its mistress is the subject of intense colonial gossip, independently wealthy, an industrialist's daughter, a widow, unwelcomed in London. What then does she want with you? An invitation arrived as soon as you docked. Accept her invitation. It wouldn't hurt to have the backing of a wealthy benefactor. This will begin the quest which allows you to obtain a submarine. You expected a sizable gathering, but it's just you, her, and a decanter of admirable sherry. She's not a small woman, and comprehensively occupies her armchair. She wears sensible satins and sensible shoes. Her hair is impeccably curled. I've heard a number of shocking things about you, Captain, all of which I consider thoroughly promising. Her accent has a hint of Midlands melancholy to it. She must have spent much of her life on the surface. For a time she asks questions about your travels and listens avidly to your answers. Then she gets down to business. A question, Captain. She tops up her sherry. Some years ago, the nations of the Need struck an agreement to abandon their research into submarine travel and leave the sea depths untouched. Ah, the agreement about nothing of consequence. Sailors mutter about it when listening to Admiralty's follies. You nod. She raises her glass to her lips. And what is your opinion of this agreement? She asks. Scoff about it. It's a nonsense. Nowhere should be forbidden to a capable explorer. So we can go for it or not. Let's go for it. A new friend. Her smile is conspiratorial. Then we can help each other. I am prepared to finance, in large part, improvements to your ship that will make it capable of submarine travel. The Admiralty and the other powers disapprove of such innovation. Therefore, we will need to be discreet. I have procured experts, laborers, and a workshop. They are well paid and loyal. Here is the address. Meet us there, and we can begin our work. Deep cannot hide its secrets from you. Okay. The hidden workshop. So, on the shore of a gloomy inlet stands a rickety factory. Once it supposedly still is it was committed to cutting and polishing of sapphires. Now it is the place where a fierce philanthropist houses her intrepid staff of engineers. The ingenious men and women who will convert your ship into submarine. Phase 1. Contribute nautical know-how. So, specifically apply bribes that philanthropists cannot be associated with. Spend echoes to increase your expel modification by 20. But we need Z stories. Huh. I think that text might be wrong. Provide additional funding. Some contribute ingenuity, others craft. What you contribute is hard-won, hands-on experience of the seas itself. So these messages are just actually flipped, it seems. Phase 1. Donate a mysterious device. Heretofore, its purpose was mysterious, but Chief Engineer insists it's precisely what they need. So we need one outlandish artifact, which we did sell. Donate Stygian ivory. It's dark as the belly of the sea, and correctly treated hardened iron. So we need a Stygian ivory. Extraordinary implication. These idiots don't have the first idea what they're doing. Enlighten them. Phase 2. Retrieve a set of sonar schematics. Engineers have reached an impasse. It's the sonar. It's unreliable loud and stops working below 70 fathoms. But the Admiralty and Qanat must have cracked this back in the day. And leave the workshop. Well, let's just dump some money on them and see what happens. We have 350 echoes. Midnight agents. Behind the Blue Bazaar by night, a gang of cravated criminals assemble. For a sum of echoes, they will appropriate the crate of necessary materials for you. They ask no questions, and the crate is delivered to the workshop by morning. You now have 25. You can trade Z-Stories, Stygian Ivory, Outlaunch Artifacts, extra implications to increase this in extraordinary modifications. So let me make a list of those for the Zubmariner. So we've located the submarine guy. We need Z-Stories. That's X3. Stygian Ivory. Outlandish Artifact. It was a mistake to sell that. Extraordinary implications. Okay. Or we can just dump money. So we need 100, I think, on this. So we could actually just pay for it. I think I'm just gonna dump some more money and see how this goes. You've gained more. So does that have in the hold? Or where does that show? Where in the submarine? What does that do? New total sent. Yeah, it actually does raise. And let's dump the last one as well to the 100. So I have 100 now. Aha! So we need to retrieve the set of Zonara schematics. So Admiral or Kanat must have cracked this. The engineers brim with conspiracy theories about the old submarine programs. Before the agreement about nothing of consequence, the London's Admiralty conducted their submarine research at Station 3. Okay, so Station 3. The location of the Kanat research base is unknown. The number of scientists have been relocated to Khan Shadow. Khan! Perhaps one of these locations has information you could use. Okay. And we've gained one secret. Let's continue. Let's see. What can we do? Perhaps not. Let's just check the shops. And I think we're off to travel. So this is Port Cornelian. We have fuel. Cheap fuel. Actually, really cheap fuel. Sells for 0. Supplies. Actually, very cheap supplies as well. Sells for 1. And they buy Solace fruit. Or sell Solace. Oh, Solace fruit. They pay 250. And they sell it for 50. We can sell Solace fruit in London. If I can find my list, 450. So it's just a buy sell same price for selling here. And there's a sapphire exchange. They buy casks of mushroom wine. Cask of mushroom wine. We actually have that. Just good idea to buy it. No buy, but sells for 23. They sell romantic literature. Let's do some reorganization here. It's romantic literature. And they sell it for 22. They buy and sell the coffee. Sack of dark drop coffee beans. So they buy. I can buy for a 38. How much do they pay for that in the London? I know we bought one. Coffee sells. Actually, coffee sells for 44 in London, so we get 6 by buying it from here and delivering it. A cask of sapphire. Sapphires is 86 and 0, and Mountain shared 2000 and 0. Sapphire sells in London for 90, so we earn basically 4 from that. But that's a decent money we could do by just coming here. So we bought the cask of mushroom farm from London, so we could earn 2 by selling it here. And we bought the coffee. And we could sell it here, but it's expensive. So selling the wine in here is actually a good idea. We get 2 money from that. No, I'm gonna hold on it. 2 money is like whatever. I'm gonna buy 1 fuel and 1 supply before we go. Make sure we actually get safely home. And oh, you can buy the Gladiatory Heart. It thrums, it wanders, it has a delightful sting. The ship is available to players who back the Sunless Sea at the Navigator tier or higher. It will become available as DLC at a later date. Cost deeds to the Gladiatory Heart. Trade 100 echoes. It's actually quite nice. It's quite nice. So it gives hearts. Surprise, surprise. The bonuses are actually pretty awesome on it, but the deed is expensive. But that's cool. That's very cool. Let's do a manual save before we leave. Oops, I didn't actually save in the other location, so this will be save number 3, I guess. And off we go. Are those look enemies? There's nothing in range. We should probably hug the southern border here as we go. Yeah. And avoid whatever that is, the mustachio enemy. I hope we have enough fuel to get home. It's far away. When did we get? We didn't get that part discovered, which was kind of strange. I'm worried about the fuel. I know the Crimean Canal is on the way, where we might be able to buy and sell something. Electric shiver to the air. Storm is watching, sailors would say. Came to deck, metal sharp with sparks. Ozonal coronals. This is Dawn's Edge. Whoa. Whoa, what is that golden ship? Grand Geode. Let's go from here. Yeah, that looks not very safe. The glorious dreadnought. Oh shit, it sees me. Go, 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 go! Zelos Town is here. Whatever that is. Grand Geode, a distant song like a mirage. A naval base with the Royal Navy's emblems, curiously amended. Efficient, bright-eyed women and men work briskly everywhere you look. They are singing hymns of unfamiliar words. Hard-faced Royal Marines watch you carefully, barring entry to the Geode's heart. A blake by the docks has been defaced with the orange paint, but you can still make out the original inscription. Station 5, adjunct. Let's do a... Does the Admiral know? Or want to know? So Grand Geode here. And ask to speak with someone in authority. What is this place? A blank space in your memory. You saw the Commodore, and then there was something bright. You discussed matters of importance. You are certain of it. Teasing clues linger in your memory. A sailor asked to stay behind, and you permitted because. 25 terror. It'll all come clear later, probably. Extraordinary implication. We lost one crew. Sunstroke. You've spoken to the Commodore of Grand Geode, but your memory is a little hazy. That's all. The light. It's pretty. Menaces, yearning, burning. Okay. That's an interesting location. It's a lot of terror though. No shops or anything in the Grand Geode. So we'll do another manual save here, because I'm scared of the golden boat there. It can't be anything good. It's still down there. Too bad there was no fuel. Let's head northwest to the coastline. Oh shit. There's another one. It's a glorious frigate. Castle Clare. Those cannot be good. I guess they're the Grand Geode boats. My fuel is looking really bad. How far are we? We are so far from our home. This is the end, my only friend. Iron Republic. I'm gonna have to soak up some unhappiness, some terror, because I need to save fuel. We are not gonna survive home otherwise. Except, what is this location? Iron Republic to the north. Oh, it's right there. Maybe we can actually survive. Also, terror is not rising anymore. This looks like an interesting location. Let's stop here. The Iron Republic. Yeah, that looks friendly. Hell's client state, be wary. Their laws are not the laws of nature. Or man or nature. Great. Factory engines roar like false lions. Blood thunders in the dog pipes. Crimson lightning skitters across the deck. Leaps to the rails. A rail curls there like a cat. The city is reflected in a glassy calm harbor water. The citizens there have heads of dogs and serpents. Hell has brought freedom to the Iron Republic. Freedom from all laws, even those of nature. Eee. Engage an officer. Oh, cannoneer. Captain, are you looking for a gunner? I'm looking for a ship. Here are my references. Here are more references. Here's my design on a whistling cell. Here's my colleague. He'll stay on shore. Here's my hand. Will you take it? Yeah, I'll take you. Welcome aboard. Oh, this is interesting. Room for improvement. There is always room for improvement. Wait, let me make notes. Paper. Appointed, okay. So there's our new officer. 8 irons. Yeah, I like that. Let's see. What's your story? We can invite him to dine with me if I have torpedoes and fuel. Increase your iron. So we need iron. That's more damage. I don't mind that. Let's increase that by 1. We have kind of low iron by default anyways. Alright. Let's see. What else? Market of Hunger as the Parliament of Flies. With its spires and sigils. Is it a parody of Bazaar? Today flies fill it arcades. Buzz buzz. Compile a port report. Found the Tithering Artificers project. Stygian ivory. Forward mount weapon with unusual characteristics. Now let's compile a port report. Fact and fiction. To record the Republic's events, it's like trying to sing wax or believe water. You do what you can. The third paragraph, Pod's eyes. The date is fundamentally wrong. The full stop's bite. You do what you can. So we gained pages. And we can now go to the Parliament of Flies. We have a Tale of Terror and a Distant Memory of Shores. That's awesome. And then we have the report as well. Yay! Let's go see the Market of Hungers. A new day comes. Visit the shops tab. After this visit, the Parliament will no longer be there. The Republic will seek soup and supplies instead. The Calvary Doctrine is open for business. You gain 1 terror and 1 fragment. Shops. The House of Pleasures. More. So this is the Iron Republic. Skintilac sells in here. Romantic literature. It's interesting how many people are interested in romantic text. Skintilac sells here as well. 74. We need 1 for the quest. Judgment's Egg. Okay. What is this? 1 flue core. They have cheap fuel. I have literally no money. Fuel. That is cheap fuel for sure. 8. Dread Surmise. We need Dread Surmise for something. For the north. 9 Searing Enigma. All kinds of things. And a bale of Parabola linen. Parabola linen. This sold in London, if I'm not totally wrong. Let's see. London. Bale of Parabola linen. They sell it, so they buy it for a free profit. Not much, I have to say. Too bad I have no money, because I would love to buy the fuel. Is there anything else in here? No, we need to leave. Too bad we couldn't buy any of the fuel from here. We'll just have to hope we make it to home with this. I should have sold the casks. I regret the decision now. And to these notes, we'll end this episode. Hopefully, during the next episode, we get to London, but we'll see how this goes. So thank you for watching this episode of the Sunless Sea Zubmariner expansion Let's Play. And if you like this one, check out other Let's Plays, reviews, content on the YouTube channel, and check out the live stream on Nar.tv. And I'll see you guys there. So bye bye.